Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 23rd of October. So starting off with the euro dollar, and well, we saw as expected a bit of a continuation. Hasn't still quite got to its weekly pivot, may still have some further downside. I've got some support probably coming alongside this daily 8 moving average, so maybe once again, if you see the last couple of weeks we've sort of seen it pitch through its weekly pivot, well, maybe it'll do the same, may just carry on rolling at this stage. Don't forget, on Thursday we've got the in the afternoon particularly we've got the ECB press conference at 1:30, so may see a bit more volatility pick into tomorrow, but maybe slightly quiet leading into that, but we will watch and see what's given. It's just into its 4-hourly 34 at this juncture, which may offer us a bit of support, but the only thing is, in terms of trading this, would love to be short on it from where it's sort of, well, not from where it is now, but from the pivot above. So we'll see if it manages to get into that sort of pivotal area. Otherwise, well, I think it's going to be difficult. It's got, as I say, potential support below. Maybe it will run through its weekly pivot S1 sort of zone and carry on pushing through. It has got lower highs, lower lows in this time frame, and does look a little bit softer. So certainly we may see a bigger correction here, so points wise it doesn't give me much. The pound indeed, right, so again, as expected, headed south yesterday. It was a difficult one with the news later on, so in terms of trading it's always easier after the event, but with the news coming out, it was always going to be a difficult afternoon, but a lot of the price action happened in the morning anyway. Where to now? Looking towards the weekly pivot, maybe even the through again, just see if it passes through. It's there's the potential now for a general election to be called. That may produce further uncertainty, and as such may see the pound being sold. So there's the potential. Now as we sit here, I can't really show too much there, but the spiky old action, as I said, most of the price action happened in the morning session. It rallied up, yep, sure, didn't even make a new high, broke, bearish engulfing candle, followed through from that, and we're just seeing that run through now. What I'm looking for this morning, maybe just simple trendline break here post 8 o'clock, just see what happens. It's a bit like a choice of the daily pivot or the weekly as it sits here, but the downward trend would be, for me, if it breaks, favors this weekly pivot, maybe the S1 just through there. So there's a few pips there to be had potentially. To the upside, well, I don't really like the upside at the moment, and I'd almost prefer it to run up to the pivot, then give me a sell point, but we'll see. Just need to watch that post 8 o'clock. Okay, dollar yen's gone and pitched a little bit lower here. It's confirmed a lower high whilst it's doing it. We can see it better on this shorter time frames here. Actually, let's just come back from that daily, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so where next on this? Where if it can continue breaking down, it may break down towards that daily 21. It's certainly looking like there's money running into safety again, as we've seen this price action, and with the euro, the pound coming off, the yen, dollar yen coming off, just shows to me that it's money running to safety. As I say, lower highs, lower lows through. Okay, it's already broken a long way down through the Asian session there. It has got its daily pivot if we see reversals above, but against the trend, probably leaves this one. Okay, Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar again rolling over, weekly pivot below, still as a target, so still has some potential for further downside here, rolling off nicely. A divergence at the highs there, as I pointed out yesterday, and well, that's just continued rolling, and seeing further softening as we run through here. Again, a bit like the price action we're seeing on the pound, although this has already rolled a little bit further and pushing further south at the moment, but again weekly pivot may be a target on that, but it often slows up somewhat through the European session, so may not get a lot of movement on that. Dare I talk about the Canadian dollar when rain's in the room? Oh, not so sure. Canadian dollar then, it's been carrying on in its trend. It's been working pretty well. Yesterday was a bit more of a choppy day. Has got the weekly pivot above, and any softening here may see it of the weakening of the yen, the CAD may see it run back towards that. Choppiness all over. It's had data out yesterday which came out okay. It's now it's done its data for this week, so it's left to its own movements here. I don't like day trading this. It just chops for far too long, too often. It may be on the turn here, a little bit higher lows coming in on the hourlies there, and it's just sort of putting another higher low coming in. So maybe if you see a bit of dollar strength coming through, this could push up to yesterday's highs, maybe further. As I say, weekly pivot still there to be had. Okay, news-wise today, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing. But so really, traders will be looking forward to tomorrow's data, when there is quite a lot on the euro, affecting the euro. There's the flash services manufacturing data for Germany, French, German figures coming out, and the flash numbers coming out at 9 o'clock themselves. And then at 12:45 we've got the ECB meeting statements, and then at 1:30 the press conference. But that's all tomorrow. There's, as I say, diddly squat today. We may get some more Brexit stuff coming out this afternoon, and we'll see how that happen, or what comes from that. But for this morning, we're down to the technicals. Have a great day. Catch you later.